What's to do, YouTube? It's Holy One, and this is going to be my review for the RTX 2080 Ventus that I got for MSI. Enjoy some beautiful ray tracing gameplay of Battlefield 5 as I discuss my review for this card. So, right off the bat, I've had this card for about 2 weeks now, and I gotta say, ray tracing looks freaking amazing. And I've shown it to my brother and my friends who game on consoles. They own the Xbox One X, and they're like, this looks like a whole different game, they said to them. And they've been gaming on, like, you know, these fancy 4K TVs and all that sort of thing. And ray tracing really does look good. Video quality, you can't really experience it until you see it for yourself. Like, you could see these comparison videos, but once you see it for yourself, you can really notice the difference for yourself, like when you see it on a really good display image. Now, when it comes to ray tracing, I think the sweet spot is the RTX 2080, and you can definitely get close to 60 frames on Battlefield Ultra settings with ray tracing set to Ultra. I overclocked my Ventus to almost 2000 megahertz, and it really helped my frame rate stay above 60. And if you want to get into ray tracing, you have the cash, definitely get an RTX 2080 Ti. That really does help. If you are thinking of getting RTX 2070 or 2060 when that releases, don't even bother. Those are completely waste of money. And at that point, I would just say either get a GTX 1080 or 1080 Ti, because those cards are not really good for ray tracing whatsoever. And the best you'll be able to do with them is probably playing them at 1080p just to get bare minimum frame rates of 60 for ray tracing. And at that point, why spend $500 or $400 when you can get a cheaper card? Or you could just wait for AMD to release a better card for that. So, when it comes to performance, I upgraded from a 1080 Ti because I'm a gold chain gamer. I like to get the newest end cards that come out, seeing what the technology can do. I'm kind of a graphics whore myself, like most people are, on some people on PC gaming. The performance is pretty much identical to an GTX 1080 Ti. I think there's probably a 5 or 6% power difference, being the main difference is the ray tracing cores of the RTX 2080. And the RTX 2080 could definitely handle 4K if you're getting it for that as well. I got mine for $700 bundled with Battlefield 5 during a sale. If you guys can, definitely pick up one on a sale. Getting a 1080 Ti is getting more difficult as the price for those are going up. Anyways, if you try to get a new GTX 1080 Ti, NVIDIA has stopped producing them, so getting one is getting more difficult as RTX cards are becoming more of the norm. So, do I think ray tracing is the future? Comparing it to PhysX and NVIDIA Hairworks, I'm hoping it is, because the reflections that these options give you is incredible, and just it looks great. Like, ray tracing just looks really good, and I'm not chilling for NVIDIA whatsoever. I go where the best performance is. If AMD releases a card next year that's, could do some form of ray tracing and it's half the price of an RTX card, then I'll go AMD. It doesn't matter. Wherever the good stuff is, that's where I go. So this is my review of the RTX 2080, guys, or the 20 series. If you want to get into ray tracing, avoid the 2070 and 2060 and just get a 2080 and 2080 Ti, because those cards are basically going to give you a solid performance at 60 or up at 1440p for ray tracing on. And if you can, avoid a blower fan and try to get one you can overclock on an RTX 2080. Since I think that's the sweet spot for a price, because I don't think $1,200 for ray tracing is worth it. But $700 with a free game, I'd say that ain't too bad, especially with the 1080 Ti's going up in price. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. This is your boy Holy One, out!